All right, top comments of the week. Woo! All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We're doing top 7 comments of the week. Training camp is underway. Some good, juicy comments. We picked the top 7. Hit that sub button. Let's get a 10K, huh? Let's do it. This is the time.
Glad you found the juiciest ones. Yes, like you said, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 9,500 subscribers. You can almost smell it. It's going to smell glorious. I can't wait.
All right, let's do it. Top comments in no particular order. Bam. Kubler, the Kubskis. Kirk is a bargain now with the deal old Justin signed. Gets $262.5 million with 0 playoff wins.
Yeah, well, he's still pretty young quarterback. Herbert's got his whole career ahead of him. Kirk's winding down, so anybody bitching about Kirk Cousins' contract is living in the past. These quarterbacks only get paid more and more, so it is what it is. That's what the market is.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason I put this up there is, Kirk Cousins is the 14th highest paid quarterback right now. And wherever he goes next year, he's going to make a shit ton too. I mean, he's $35 million this year. Is that right? I mean, he's going to make more than that. He is going to make a ton of money. Not just in money, but he's going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, it won't be as long. I mean, it's going to be a couple years because he's old, but I mean, he's going to get really nice annual salaries coming up.
Yeah. 14th paid quarterback is insane. And Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, these guys. I mean, look at Daniel Jones's contract. I mean, it's insane. Kirk is going to get his.
He is. He deserves it too.
Ed Guy Rocks. This is for when we signed Jack Snyder. Says, can we see him line up against that stain on the mattress, James Lynch? Because they look like doppelgangers, and they would look like a fly hitting a mirror. Stain on a mattress. Lupagus, do you have any stains on your mattress?
Not that I know of.
Bullshit. I bet you can't even tell what color that mattress is. I bet it's so many colors.
I have had the same mattress for a long time, though.
That is disgusting.
It's probably bad. I've never heard anybody call a stain on a mattress before. That is great. I'm going to start using that.
You've never heard that?
No, I've never have ever heard that phrase before used to describe another human. But yeah, he's right. These two together, look like a couple of Viking warriors.
Yeah, I'm just upset that he referred to James Lynch as a stain on a mattress. That's really rude. Really rude. He's like the comfy pillow on the bed, if anything.
Nah, he's like that scratchy blanket we just throw off.
All right, next up, T-Bass. Linebacker position is one of the few positions that excite me about our young players. And you know what? If anything excites T-Bass, that is a win. That means he's excited about something Minnesota Vikings, and I agree with him 100%.
Yeah, T-Bass is somebody I'll never call stand on mattress, no matter how grumpy he gets. And one linebacker who's already showing up is Ivan Pace Jr., already working with the twos. Sounds like he has just been very, very impressive these first couple of practices. So I love hearing that about my Ivan Pace Jr.
I think it's everybody's Ivan Pace Jr. Linebackers always rip shit up in training camp. They just always do. Audi Cole we thought was going to be a Hall of Famer.
I never believed in Audi Cole.
Yeah, you did. You loved Audi Cole more than anything. But the young quarterbacks, Asamoah, Patrick Jones is still only 24 years old. I was surprised about that. And obviously Carter, even Kwenku, Pace, Villain, all these guys. And the best part about them is, aside from Patrick Jones, I mean, they're these late round undrafted guys. That even gets it more exciting. I love this.
Yeah, there's a lot of upside here. Linebackers, corners, this position could be scary, but there's a lot of upside to be had.
A lot of upside, a lot of athletic boys out there. Nick Mullins, that's it. I put a poll out there asking who would be a surprise cut. Nick Mullins wasn't on there, but old Jonathan put Nick Mullins on there. Could Nick Mullins get cut?
And I know we're going to talk about this a little bit more here later on another video, but Jaron Hall's looked very impressive so far. You can't go ahead and crown him the number 2 after 2 practices, but it's at least something you got to put in the realm of possibility.
Boom. Yeah. I don't think it's out of the question. Again, Hall is playing against third stringers as well. I mean, let's not get overly crazy, but it is Nick Mullins, so there's always a shot.
Big Dick Nick. You say his name with some goddamn reverence.
Joey Hocking says, I can't get past a 20-spot trade down in the first and not getting a 2023 first in return. There's literally not one other GM in the league who would have done that trade. That was our video on Kwesi, just as far as, is he under pressure? pressure, and Joey cannot get over that trade. Just keeps him up at night.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked he didn't get a first when he moved down. But as much as a fit as I threw, as upset as I was, I'm over it. I'm moving on. They got plenty of picks in return. They moved around again. Still, yeah, it's on paper. It wasn't really. I think we're 400 points short if you go by the trade chart or whatever.
Well, the one thing that continues to make me feel just fine about this trade is you can't just assume that the 12th overall pick in every draft has the same value in every draft. Right off the bat, somebody said that 12th pick in that first round, there was not even 12 first rounders in this draft. So that was where it instantly turned into just, they didn't even know who was going to have to get off the board. If you go look to see those guys who went from 12 to like 25, a lot of those guys were pegged as second round guys. So it's like, you can't compare a 12th round pick, just every single draft having the same value. So that set me at ease quite a bit because it makes a lot of sense.
Well, I think what kind of put me at ease is this. Quasi got who he wanted. He wanted Lewis Cine the whole time. I mean, after a certain, I think was it Stingley? There was a couple other guys. Gardner, I think they wanted if they would have fell. But he wanted Lewis Cine. He identified him. That was his man, and he got him. So to me, he got who he wanted, and let's go with that. And I like Lewis Cine quite a bit, and hopefully we have see him on the field all 17 games this year.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the best trade that he got, nobody wanted to trade. Nobody wanted any of those damn players.
Apparently not.
Thomas has been a little crabby in the comments. Thomas is one of our favorites, but I pulled my subscription over your Addison takes. Kid's 21 years old, driving at 3 a.m. If my dog was hurt, I'd punt you out of the way to get to them. Apparently, none of you have ever raced either. My Camaro does 142 in the quarter mile under 10 seconds. It's also a street car.
Okay, so this is. I was wondering why Thomas was so upset. I can't picture Thomas. I can't picture Thomas in a Camaro. I'll picture him in a really like a shitty old F-150 that's all rusted and like maroon. He's got those like
sleeves,
the beaded seat covers on it too. You know what those things are. But yeah, people love their dog, and like people will spend more on their pets than they do on their own kids, than they do on their spouses. So the reason he gave, it's not like it's not possible, especially a single guy only having one. If this dog was truly like his soulmate or whatever, people do care that much about their dog to actually do that. So I get what Thomas is saying, but man, I mean, this is how some of these dog fanatics are. They'll pull subscriptions.
I didn't realize you were going to go on a dog outburst here. The reason I put it on there was for the response of AJ Barnes. Sweet. Nobody cares, bro. Very interesting. You should write a book.
Oh my God. AJ Barnes and Thomas going at it.
We got a couple of guys that love to go at it in the comments. I know T-Bass and BK. They're always button heads. It's very entertaining. I read them. It's fantastic. But yeah, Thomas.
He's angry.
Dog, and I could absolutely picture him in a Camaro smoking that lettuce, no sleeves. Boom.
Yeah.
He's a all right, man. Here we go. Mr. Hennigan. Handsome
yes.
man. Quasi's a GM. Personnel isn't the only responsibility, so I'm glad you all covered that. Like coaching, hires, culture, overall team record. One other thing you all mentioned before, but applies to this video as well as Quasi is fixing the salary cap and BS contracts. And that was a comment that we got a lot on that video, is we didn't mention, is the fact that just kind of what he kind of came into, which all those crazy ass contracts.
Yeah. He had a lot of cleaning up to do, a lot of dead money to get rid of, and he's doing a hell of a job with that. I think the other thing is that we didn't really mention that video is what ultimately he's going to be judged on is wins. He had 13 last year, and you know what? If they have 10, 11 wins this year, and his draft picks don't contribute that much, he'll have a winning record in 2 years, and that's what you got to go off of.
Yep, he did a lot of cleaning up, just like Lupagus sounds like he needs to clean up his mattress. I think that's all 7. I can't remember. Let me just look quick. Thomas, yeah, I think that's everybody. We nailed it. We did it. We did it.
Well done, Onebar.
I felt like I missed one, but yeah, comments of the week, as always. Comments coming in much more hot and heavy. Hit that sub button. Let's get to 10K.
I have a feeling Thomas is, by this time next week, by the time we do our next comment video, he'll be back as a member.
Oh, I think he already is.
Okay, all right.
Loves us.
All right. Again, thank you to everybody who comments, who likes, who interacts with us. We appreciate every single one of you. We don't care if it's positive or negative. We love to hear what you guys think. Remember this. You'd have to do 250,000 crunches to burn 1 pound of body fat.